What's up guys, it's Nick from TechRaptor, and I'm going to be talking about my initial impressions of Resident Evil 7. Full disclosure, I did play this game in VR at E3, and while it was stunning to see this game in virtual reality, it doesn't really change the core mechanics that much. It was just a lot scarier. Resident Evil 7, or Biohazard 7 Resident Evil, which between you and me I think is a much more fitting name for this game, was by far one of the most unexpected games to be announced this year at E3. While the 7th game was obviously over the horizon because of the Resident Evil 6 remaster that came out a while ago, this game getting a reboot of sorts is definitely not where I was expecting the action horror series to end up. And yes, I understand 1 through Code Veronica isn't necessarily action horror. It's never felt like a true horror experience. You've always had guns, partners, a clear objective, and a character that always seemed fearless and ready to face whatever goes bump in the night. This game, it's not that. And unlike Silent Hills, the world that Capcom made for Resident Evil 7 almost feels grounded, which is a really weird thing to say about a Resident Evil game, but bear with me for a moment. And yes, there's obviously a ghost in the house and something unearthly happening around you. But that being said, it still has a more real feel to it. It kind of feels like there's someone just sneaking around the halls and messing with you the entire time, and that's where all the jump scares come from. While this game is lacking the usual Resident Evil mainstays, it's still full of familiar items to the series. The gong sound that plays when you pick up stuff, the umbrella logo on the picture of the helicopter, and even the awfully familiar voice calling you on the phone.
I know who you are.
Who are you?
You will have to say goodbye eventually.
Makes me think that this is as much of a series reboot as 4 was to the previous games. I love that you're not playing as Leon and Chris. Because the game involved more normal people, and you're not some military commando or some super cop, it kind of made it scary. And let's be honest, the series has never actually been scary. There's been the occasional jump with a dog running through a window or something creepy happening, but it's always felt like a B-list kind of action movie. And this time it really just genuinely feels like horror. And, well, that's a good thing. Now, I may be one of the few people out there, especially on this site, that enjoyed Resident Evil 6 and the series' lesser action horror games. I would have been severely disappointed had they released another action cover-based zombie shooter. Everything about this screams reboot, from the highly stylized song in the trailer to the emphasis on exploration and non-combat in the demo. The game is a breath of fresh air, or dead air, that the series needed. Also, I don't think the axe actually does anything. When I tried asking about it at Capcom, they were kind of dodgy about it. Just food for thought. Anyways, all in all, is this game worth playing? Absolutely. Is it worth getting hyped up for? We'll see in the coming months.
Welcome to the family, son.